I am the #1 ranked Awilix in Smite 2, and in this video, I'm going to teach you all of the advanced tricks I've learned in over 10 years of playing her, including a top secret tech that allows you to knock up enemies even if they're facing you.
Bro, how does it even knock me up?
How does that knock me up? Hello?
All right, so we're here in jungle practice. I want to break down all of the mechanics this character has to offer. There is a lot, so the way I'm going to do this is I will explain each tech and demonstrate it here, and then I'll roll a clip or two of me using it in game so you can see it in action. So the first one, and the reason you probably clicked on this video, is the OP secret knockup tech, and that is this. Basically, the idea is, since the game calculates the impact angle of the three and not where you are in relation to their character, even if the enemy is facing you, you can knock them up. Contrary to popular belief, this is actually not a bug and has been in the game since Smite 1 when Awilix was released over 10 years ago. So it all has to do with the camera angle, because Awilix's 3 will knock them up whether you're hitting them in the back or if you're hitting them from the side, like that. So that's what you're trying to trick the game into thinking, is that you're behind them or to their side. I put on normal cast just so you can see the hitbox. You have to angle your camera so that Suku is hitting them from the back. Once you got it down, you can kind of land this trick just by flicking your camera. One tip I do have is to use your movement to help line it up. So if you're like point blank to the character and they're walking away from you or whatever, you can hold S and A or S and D, and that helps you to land the knockup because you're getting further behind them as you do that, like so. And that trick is extremely useful because when you're in a 1v1, they might not expect you to knock them up, and obviously that lets you land your ult and you can hit the full combo from there. So the next trick is the backstep knockup. If you watch my gameplay, you've probably seen me do this a lot. It's extremely useful, especially if someone's chasing you. The idea is, if you're facing the other way and you're running, all you would do is back up and land the knockup like that. So if the Aladdin is following after me, I can back up, hit the knockup, and that leads into your combo.
Spit on.
All right, the next tech is a classic. This is really Awilix's bread and butter. This is honestly the easiest way to hit a knockup on somebody, and that is to blink behind them and then knock them up, like so. If you do miss the blink and you end up right in front of them, you can actually just blink and then hit the tech. It's extremely useful. That's why I go combat blink pretty much every game on Awilix, because even if you're in the middle of battle and the enemy is like casting on you, they're going to be focused on hitting you, and then you can just pop them into the air and hit your combo. Before we go over the next trick, please like the video if you want to see more God Guides. Thanks. Now, this next trick I learned is only possible in Smite 2 because they gave Awilix a +1 where you can actually fire your 3, even if you're on the cat. So the idea is I'm going to knock him up, jump the wall, and then turn around and hit the pull. You have just enough time to land this, and it allows you to pull them into your tower, or, you know, just over a wall so they can't escape as easily, or even pull them into your teammates. So I'm going to hit that one more time just so you can see. You knock up, jump, turn around, pull, and they're cooked.
You stole my kill.
Trash, bro.
Check this out. Check this out.
He died. We got it. Let's go.
You can also do that with the blink. If you don't have time to get onto Suku, you can just knock them up, blink, turn around and pull. That works as well. And another trick that is a little bit niche, but can be useful in some situations, you can knock them up, walk away, and then pull them. Because you can get a little bit of extra distance while they're in the air and pull them further away from their team. You guys like that? So the next trick is mostly useful when you're grabbing someone out of their leap, or if you pull them off of a knockup. Whichever way they're facing when you pull them is the way they're gonna land and hit the ground. So he's facing me there. And since Awilix can move even while you're pulling them, you're able to position yourself behind their character so that you can land the knockup right after. So boom, I pull him, move behind, hit the knockup, and that just gives you a free combo. Now that I've shown you a couple cool tricks with the 3, I want to talk about her 2. Both Awilix's 2 and her 1 have iframes. So if I have the Aladdin ult me here, you can see you can flip over their head and dodge that. I'll do it on the 1 as well. Boom. And that is extremely useful for outplaying people, especially into certain characters. You can just completely avoid their ultimate and turn the fight in your favor.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Since Awilix's 2 is a root and a cripple, you can also use it to catch dashes. Everybody knows you can catch their jumps with your ult, but your 2 is also extremely useful for preventing their escape. Because, I mean, you've already got so much chase potential on this character between the move speed on the cat, your 3, and your ult. It's very annoying and frustrating to face an Awilix that knows how to do this, because you're basically never going to escape. You try to use your dash, and they catch you out of it. Catch his dash. Boom. Another important thing you need to know, obviously Awilix's main combo is to auto attack them and then flip, but you can also flip off of any of your other abilities as well. So if I jump on his head, I can flip like that. If I hit my 3, I can flip off that as well. And if I ult him, I don't even need to auto, I can immediately flip. The best use for this, let's say you're out of the range, you can't auto attack them, and therefore you can't flip. I can use my 3, flip him from here, and now I'm out of range and can attack him.
I don't have it. 3 seconds.
All right, now that we've gone over all of her mechanics and all of the tech, I want to give you just a few more general tips. The first one is that her ult actually gives you immunity to slows and displacement. So stuff like Ares ult cannot affect you if you're in your ult stim. Her ult in Smite 2 also makes it so that you don't need to be on the second part of your auto chain to get the big flip. Anytime you flip during the stim and your ult will give you the big AoE flip for max damage. Awilix ult also does damage if they beads after you ult, but not if they pre-beads. So if they beads before jumping away, they're not going to take any damage. But if you catch them and then they beads, they will get hit. Another +1 they gave her was that her ult and her passive give basic attack power in Smite 2. You always want to try to engage with your passive, because if they hit you first, you're going to lose a lot of damage and maybe lose the trade. You can also use the ult as a stim. You don't need to use it just to pull people. It gives you so much strength, attack speed, and basic attack power that you can use it for objectives or just boxing 1v1s. That's why I've been going that attack speed build with Dagger of Frenzy, because it just synergizes so well with her kit. And speaking of items, you always need to go Combat Blink on this character. Combat Blink is essential because it gives you an extra engage without jumping in. You can blink in and then jump out if you need to escape. So it just makes you safer, and obviously for the blink knockup tech I mentioned earlier. Another item that's really funny on her is Hexstone. Hexstone is the tank item that gives you a CC immune dash, and when you hit them with this dash, it knocks them up. You can hit them with the Hexstone and then ult, and it just gives you a free combo. Just keep in mind, it's a little buggy and might not always work. You kind of have to like mash your ult. You have to press it a whole bunch of times after you hit them with the Hexstone. Otherwise, you're not going to pull them, and it's going to feel really bad. Another tip I have for Awilix is that you want to capitalize on all of the early game pressure you have. She has so much move speed with the cat that you can afford to gank more than other junglers might be able to. Since you're moving around the map so much faster than the other jungler, you're able to get your farm and take fights whenever you need to. As far as late game goes, as Awilix, and honestly on every assassin, you don't want to be the first one going in. You need to let your team engage. Awilix really thrives when the team fight has already started. So, you know, key abilities are down, like CC that's going to lock you out of your stuff. You want to go in after all that's down. Ideally, your solo lane or support engages and you go in after them. It'll make your life a whole lot easier. I also forgot to mention earlier that Awilix can actually pull off of the wisps. Those little wind sprites you see around the map. If somebody takes one of those and they're in the air, you can actually pull off of that. And a lot of people don't know this, so I just thought I'd mention it. The last tip I have is to use Suku to bait their juke. So if you're chasing after somebody and you hop on the cat, the first thing a good player is going to do is try and juke your leap, but you don't have to leap. You can just wait for their juke, get off the cat, and then hit your combo. That's pretty much everything there is to know about Awilix. I know I didn't cover the basics like her abilities and what to build, but if you want to see a tutorial where I cover that stuff and show you how to play her in an actual game, go check out this video. Please like and share if you enjoyed. If this video does well, I might make more guides in the future. So comment letting me know who you'd like to see next. And that's it. Thanks for watching. See ya.